I want to start this video off by asking you guys two questions. When was BMX the most popular? When was freestyle BMX the most popular? And two, what caused it to be the most popular? Nick and I discussed this idea in a clip from our most recent podcast episode on the Rad Podcast. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, he's such a household name. And then when I think of household names for BMX, like you got Matt Hoffman and Dave Mirra, because Dave Mirra with the X Games and the timing of Dave Mirra being such on a different level than everybody else, when the sport was getting national TV coverage, and then, him being known as like the Miracle Boy, he showed a lot of personality. Mm-hmm. He kind of gave like a different face to what at least I think was probably more of an underground thing. BMX was probably a lot more underground until, that X Games era. And, you had Dave Mirra getting paid $300,000 a year to wear that Slim Jim logo on the chin of his full face helmet. And so that the contest wins and, the big TV ads, and then his video game, I think at that time, BMX was kind of at like a peak.
I would love to have a conversation with somebody that says that what we do isn't considered a sport, but he's probably out there playing golf.
Where it was like the progression wasn't so insane. Dave had just done the first double backflipping contest in, 2000 or 2002. And I feel like everyone can kind of relate to flips. Like you could just stand there in your living room and be like, oh, that'd be crazy to flip upside down 2 times with like a BMX bike like I used to ride it as a kid.
So wait. You're saying like around that time, BMX had peaked in popularity mostly because that the stuff that people were doing was crazy, but not too crazy. Like it was crazy enough that you could appreciate it and essentially relate to it, but it wasn't like you're scratching your head wondering like what's a quintuple whip, That's what you mean?
Yeah, exactly. I think it was during the X Games, it was like, I think it was put on a platform, but yeah, the technicality wasn't what it is now. I mean, you had technicality in big foo-fa-noos and like deck tricks like that you don't see anymore. But you watch someone do, like Morgan Wade do a big old super whip on TV, and then Dave's doing a double flip, and then like a flip whip on a spine, or Ryan's doing sevens and they're jumping into the big walls and stuff. Like that was all new. And you had these courses that allowed for like this kind of creativity, and everything seemed kind of like fresh in my opinion. And, you also had, of course, you had skateboard park, and you had like rollerblading park. And I think in that era, BMX really, really stood out when it came to park and dirt. And because it was like, big jumps and people were crashing a lot. And I think crashes have a big thing to do with public perception. I mean, if you see viral videos on the internet, if they have BMX, it's generally, if it's not our Willie, it's of crashes.
I'd look up Rampage crashes just because they're just crazy to watch, but I wouldn't watch a normal Rampage run back in the day when I do that. I just look up Rampage crashes because people tumble down the mountains, and just watching anyone, it's like less viral.
Yeah, anyone can relate to the idea of hitting the concrete or rolling down a mountainside, and I think that's when it comes to, like perception, it's can you relate to it? So if you enjoyed that clip, you'd probably really enjoy the full episode. We go really in depth about the public's perception of BMX, and Nick actually had an epiphany, and it was kind of mind-boggling. If you want to watch that and check it out, the link to that full episode is in the description. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next video.